Have you ever considered that a seemingly harmless daily habit could actually increase your risk of having a stroke while you sleep? No warning signs, no pain. One moment you're fine, and the next you might be unable to move your hand, your speech is slurred, or you lose your balance. This happens to many adults over 60, not because of smoking, poor diet, or inactivity, but often due to certain vitamins they believed were helping their body. Yes, you heard that right. Vitamins can also be dangerous if taken in the wrong dosage or at the wrong time. Every day, millions of older adults take supplements hoping to protect their bones, boost energy, and keep their memory sharp. While many vitamins are beneficial, some, especially when taken in excess or combined improperly with medications, can quietly put your brain and blood vessels at risk of stroke, cerebral hemorrhage, or high blood pressure. In today's video, we'll explore 5 common vitamins that can increase the risk of stroke, especially in the early morning hours when the brain is most vulnerable. We'll cover vitamins D, E, B6, A, and niacin, and discuss how to use them safely to reap their benefits without causing harm. You'll see that what you take daily can have a bigger impact than you think. But with the right knowledge, you can protect your brain and blood vessels starting today. So let's start with the first vitamin, the one that surprises many people the most, vitamin D. What you don't know about it could turn a peaceful night's sleep into a hidden risk for your brain. Vitamin D is known as the bone and overall health vitamin, good for your bones, mood, and immune system. But few realize that taking too much or at the wrong time can quietly increase your risk of stroke, especially while you sleep. No warning signs, no pain. One moment you're fine, and the next you could experience arm paralysis, slurred speech, or loss of balance. For adults over 60, this is a hidden danger, as many assume vitamins are only beneficial for their health. Take the example of Mr. Walter, a 74-year-old retired Navy veteran. He was always careful about his health, taking his supplements faithfully every morning. However, he purchased an over-the-counter 10,000 IU vitamin D pill without checking the dosage. He believed he was protecting his bones, but in reality, his body was facing a hidden risk. One morning, his wife found him dazed, unable to speak clearly, with his right arm limp. He had suffered an overnight stroke. Tests revealed high blood calcium, stiff arteries, and a sudden spike in blood pressure. The cause? Vitamin D toxicity. Here's how it happens. When you take high doses of vitamin D, especially without medical guidance, your body accumulates calcium in the blood. This excess calcium deposits in the arteries, making them stiff and narrow. In older adults, arteries are already less elastic. Add dehydration, poor sleep, and a nighttime calcium spike, and you've created the perfect storm for a blood clot that can travel straight to the brain. The danger is that there are no warning signs. You go to bed normally and wake up facing a real risk of stroke. Many older adults in the U.S. aren't aware that over-the-counter vitamin D pills often come in excessively high doses. 5,000 IU, 10,000 IU, far beyond what's needed if you're not deficient. Studies show that even 2,000 IU per day can be excessive for those without a vitamin D deficiency. Regular blood tests to check vitamin D levels are extremely important, especially if you're taking it alongside calcium supplements or heart medications. An important tip is to always take vitamin D in the morning, avoiding it before bedtime to reduce the risk of a nighttime calcium spike. Always monitor your vitamin D blood levels regularly and use only the dosage recommended by your doctor. Don't assume that more is better, because excessively high doses can lead to calcium buildup, stiffened arteries, and the formation of blood clots. Mr. Walter's story serves as a warning. A seemingly harmless vitamin pill can turn a peaceful night's sleep into a stroke risk. What you don't know about vitamin D could put you in a similar situation: calcium buildup, stiff arteries, high blood pressure, and the potential for a blood clot in the brain. This is something most older adults aren't warned about when purchasing over-the-counter supplements. Beyond dosage, how vitamin D interacts with other medications is also crucial. If you're taking blood pressure medications, heart medications, or calcium supplements, vitamin D can interact and increase the risk of stroke or cerebrovascular events. That's why all supplements, even vitamin D, should be used consciously and under medical guidance, especially for adults over 60. Warning signs that you might be affected include unusual fatigue, headaches, dizziness, nausea, or cardiovascular discomfort. But in reality, the greatest risk is a stroke occurring while you sleep, when the body shows no prior warning. That's why understanding the correct dosage, timing, and potential drug interactions is key to using vitamin D safely. This shows that while vitamin D is essential for bone and immune health, high doses, improper timing, or incorrect combinations with medications can quietly trigger strokes or cerebrovascular events. Older adults should take vitamin D in the morning, monitor blood levels regularly, consult their doctor before increasing the dose, and prioritize natural dietary sources of vitamin D whenever possible. Using vitamin D correctly and consciously can be life-saving, protect the brain, and ensure safe sleep while avoiding dangerous complications. Additionally, vitamin E is commonly known as a heart protective vitamin and a powerful antioxidant, playing a key role in defending the body against free radicals while supporting skin, cardiovascular, and brain health. Many adults over 60 believe that taking vitamin E daily will improve blood circulation, reduce the risk of heart disease, boost memory, and even enhance vision. However, few people realize that high doses of vitamin E, especially when combined with blood-thinning medications, can quietly increase the risk of cerebral hemorrhage, a particularly dangerous type of stroke. This risk often comes without warning signs and can occur even in individuals who follow a healthy diet, exercise regularly, and maintain well-controlled blood pressure. When taken in high doses, vitamin E acts as a natural blood thinner, reducing the blood's ability to clot. If you are taking aspirin, Plavix, warfarin, or other anticoagulants, high-dose vitamin E can make your blood too thin, increasing the risk of internal bleeding, particularly in the brain, where even a single small vessel rupture can cause serious consequences, from loss of speech and memory disturbances to impaired balance and reduced mobility. The concerning part is that many older adults are unaware of this risk, often believing that vitamin E is completely safe and that more is better. The recommended daily intake of vitamin E for older adults is about 15 millimolars a day, equivalent to 22 IU, yet many supplements on the market contain 200 IU, 400 IU, or even 1,000 IU per capsule. Older adults taking these daily without checking the dosage or considering drug interactions are unknowingly putting their brain and circulatory system at risk. The story of Mrs. Evelyn, an 81-year-old woman who was otherwise healthy and sharp, yet suffered a cerebral hemorrhage simply from high-dose vitamin E combined with warfarin, illustrates this risk. It's a stark reminder that good does not always mean harmless, especially when you're on heart or blood pressure medications. Additionally, vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin, meaning the body does not easily eliminate it when taken in high doses. Over time, especially in older adults, it can put pressure on small blood vessels, increasing the risk of cerebral hemorrhage. That's why it's extremely important to read supplement labels carefully, check dosages, monitor drug interactions, and consult your doctor before taking vitamin E. Vitamin E is important not only for eye, heart, and brain health, but also for maintaining mental clarity, reducing inflammation, and improving blood circulation. However, taking it at the correct dose and time, while considering interactions with other medications, is key to avoiding hidden risks. Combining high doses of vitamin E with aspirin, warfarin, or Plavix can increase the risk of cerebral hemorrhage, even if you feel completely healthy. This is information that many older adults are never warned about, and early awareness could save your life or that of a loved one. Small but powerful, every spoonful of natural seeds you eat daily can make a big difference for brain and cardiovascular health, while helping you maintain long-term independence. A breakfast of yogurt topped with sunflower seeds, almonds, or avocado is not only delicious but also provides safe vitamin E, antioxidants, and vascular protection. If done consistently, this small habit can reduce the risk of cerebral hemorrhage, support heart health, protect your brain and eyes, and help maintain daily mental clarity and energy. Choosing safe natural food sources, along with checking supplements, consulting your doctor, and taking the correct dose, allows vitamin E to provide its benefits without causing harm. This is a smart way to protect your brain, heart, and eyes sustainably, especially in later years, when every nutritional decision directly impacts your quality of life. Next up is vitamin B6, often promoted as the vitamin for nerves, energy, and memory, and one that many older adults trust. You'll find it in supplements aimed at boosting energy, supporting nerve health, or enhancing brain function. However, taking high doses over a long period can cause permanent nerve damage, leading to numbness or tingling in the hands and feet, loss of balance, muscle weakness, and even impairing mobility, coordination, and the ability to perform daily activities. Unlike some water-soluble vitamins like vitamin C, vitamin B6 can accumulate in the body when taken in high doses, especially in older adults. When B6 levels exceed safe limits, it attacks the myelin sheath, the protective layer around nerves, similar to losing the insulation on an electrical wire. The result can be numbness, muscle weakness, tremors, and loss of balance, with some cases causing long-term impairments in mobility and physical function. Symptoms of B6 toxicity often appear gradually, leading many to mistake them for other age-related conditions, such as neurodegeneration, joint pain, or sensory decline. Mr. Harold was fortunate to have his condition detected in time. His doctor stopped the supplement, preventing further nerve damage. However, he still needed a cane and had to limit driving. His story illustrates the serious consequences that can arise from a vitamin that seems harmless. The recommended daily intake of vitamin B6 for older adults is about 210 milligrams per day, including B6 obtained from food. However, many supplements on the market contain 50, 100, or even 200 milligrams, often advertised to support nerves, memory, or energy. Older adults often overlook these numbers or assume more is better, but in reality, high doses over a long period can cause permanent nerve damage. To use vitamin B6 safely, older adults should carefully read supplement labels, calculate the total B6 intake from all sources, and consult their doctor before starting or increasing the dose. If you experience numbness, muscle weakness, or loss of balance, stop the supplement and have your nervous system checked promptly. Vitamin B6 is essential, but small, consistent, and correctly dosed amounts are the safe way to support nerve and brain health. You can also increase your B6 intake through natural foods such as chicken, salmon, potatoes, bananas, nuts, and legumes, instead of relying solely on supplements. This way, you provide your body with enough vitamin B6 while minimizing the risk of accumulation and nerve toxicity. When B6 comes from food, the body absorbs it gradually, reducing the risk of overdose while still supporting nerve health and energy metabolism. While vitamin B6 is important for energy and nerve health, taking excessive doses, especially from supplements, can cause serious and permanent nerve damage. Older adults should take just enough, prioritize natural food sources, monitor the total B6 intake from all supplements, and consult their doctor. Small but mighty, a single high dose of B6 can have long-lasting consequences for mobility, balance, and daily life. Understanding and using vitamin B6 consciously is key to protecting your brain, nerves, and overall health, while avoiding silent but serious complications. Next is vitamin A, commonly known as an essential vitamin for the eyes, skin, and immune system. Many older adults believe that supplementing with vitamin A will help maintain vision, boost immunity, and improve skin health. However, taking too much vitamin A can accumulate in the body and lead to serious consequences for the brain and eyes, including increased intracranial pressure, blurred vision, headaches, and even the risk of a pseudostroke. The story of Mrs. Dorothy Simmons, 79, is a clear example. A retired piano teacher who loved reading and valued her independent lifestyle, she took a high-dose vitamin A supplement, about 10,000 IU daily, for many years to support her vision and skin. Over time, she began experiencing headaches, blurred vision, dizziness, and difficulty speaking, symptoms that alarmed her family about a possible stroke. However, imaging and tests revealed unusually high intracranial pressure, with stress on the brain's blood vessels, but no blood clots or hemorrhage. The main cause? Vitamin A accumulation in her body. Vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin, so the body cannot eliminate it as quickly as water-soluble vitamins. When taken in high doses over a long period, especially in adults over 60, The liver and body tissues store the excess, leading to increased intracranial pressure, brain tissue swelling, and damage to small blood vessels. This condition is known as pseudotumor cerebri, or false brain tumor, which mimics stroke-like symptoms, including severe headaches, blurred vision, dizziness, nausea, and, if not treated promptly, can even cause permanent vision loss. The risk increases when older adults take multiple supplements containing vitamin A, such as eye health, anti-aging, or skin support formulas, resulting in a cumulative dose that exceeds safe limits. The upper safe limit for adults over 60 is typically 2,500, 3,000 IU per day, yet many supplements on the market contain 5,000 to 10,000 IU or more. Combining several products at once can quickly push vitamin A levels in the body beyond safe thresholds, creating the dangerous situation that Mrs. Dorothy experienced. Warning signs include headaches, blurred vision, eye pain, dizziness, nausea, and difficulty speaking, but these are often mistaken for other age-related issues, such as high blood pressure, hormonal imbalances, or stress. This is why many older adults don't realize that vitamin A has become a hidden risk factor for stroke. To use vitamin A safely, older adults should prioritize natural food sources such as carrots, sweet potatoes, leafy greens, eggs, and liver. Foods provide vitamin A in a balanced way, preventing excessive accumulation like supplements can, and the body absorbs only what it needs. If supplementation is necessary, calculate the total vitamin A intake from all sources, read labels carefully, and consult your doctor to avoid exceeding the recommended dose. A helpful tip is to take vitamin A with breakfast rather than at night. In the morning, the body absorbs and metabolizes it more efficiently, while reducing the risk of calcium accumulation or increased intracranial pressure during sleep. Factors that can raise stroke risk. Older adults should also maintain regular checkups with their doctor, especially if taking multiple supplements containing vitamin D, vitamin E, or other eye support formulas. Although vitamin A is essential for the eyes, skin, and immune system, high doses, long-term use, or combining multiple supplements can lead to increased intracranial pressure, blurred vision, headaches, and the risk of a pseudo-stroke. Older adults should prioritize vitamin A from natural foods, take supplements only under medical guidance, consume them in the morning, and monitor the total intake from all sources. Small but mighty, understanding and using vitamin A consciously can protect vision, brain health, and overall well-being, helping maintain independence and mental clarity in daily life. Finally, niacin, also known as vitamin B3, is commonly recognized as a vitamin that supports cardiovascular health and helps lower cholesterol. Many older adults take niacin hoping to improve circulation, protect the heart, and boost energy. However, high doses of niacin can quietly trigger serious events in the brain, including sudden spikes in blood pressure, atrial fibrillation, and even TIA, a transient stroke, even while you're asleep. High doses of niacin act like a hammer on the blood vessels in the brain. When the vessels dilate and constrict suddenly, the brain experiences intense pressure, particularly on the small sensitive vessels. This is especially dangerous for adults over 60, as their arteries naturally lose elasticity, and many also have high blood pressure, arrhythmias, or heart disease, significantly increasing the risk of a TIA or a full-blown stroke. Many people don't realize that niacin supplements on the market, even flush-free or extended-release forms, can still raise blood pressure and negatively affect brain circulation. The risk increases rapidly, especially at high doses, sometimes within just a few days. Studies show that doses above 50 mg per day in older adults should only be used under medical supervision. Taking 1,000, 2,000 mg per day on your own puts your brain in an extremely high-risk situation. One important point is that symptoms from high-dose niacin often appear gradually and can be mistaken for other age-related issues, such as fluctuating blood pressure, rapid heartbeat, flushed skin, or dizziness. This leads many people to ignore the warning signs and continue taking high doses, increasing the risk of a TIA or full-blown stroke. The story of Mr. Frank illustrates this perfectly. He thought everything was fine, only realizing the danger after experiencing a TIA. To use niacin safely, older adults should check supplement labels, calculate total intake from all sources, and consult their doctor before starting or increasing the dose. If you experience symptoms such as a rapid heartbeat, flushed skin, dizziness, or blood pressure changes, stop the supplement and seek medical attention promptly. Additionally, prioritize obtaining niacin from natural food sources like seeds, beans, whole grains, and lean meats, which provide adequate amounts without the risk of accumulation or adverse effects on blood vessels. Niacin is important for cardiovascular health, energy metabolism, and nerve support. But high, unsupervised doses can be dangerous, especially for adults over 60 who are taking heart medications, blood pressure drugs, or other vitamins. Understanding the correct dosage, timing, and drug interactions is key to using vitamin B3 safely, avoiding unexpected TIAs, and protecting brain health. Like other vitamins, niacin is essential, but taking excessive doses, self-administering supplements, or combining them with heart medications can trigger a TIA, sudden blood pressure spikes, and serious effects on the brain. Older adults should prioritize natural food sources, calculate the total vitamin B3 intake, and consult their doctor before using supplements. Small but mighty, a single incorrect dose of niacin can put your brain and vascular system at serious risk. Using it wisely and consciously helps protect the brain, maintain mobility and mental clarity, and avoid silent but dangerous complications. After exploring 5 common vitamins, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin B6, vitamin A, and niacin, it becomes clear that even substances considered healthy can become hidden dangers if used incorrectly. Each vitamin plays an important role. Vitamin D strengthens bones, vitamin E protects the heart and eyes, B6 supports nerves, vitamin A maintains vision, and niacin aids cardiovascular health and energy metabolism. However, taking excessive doses, using them at the wrong time, or combining them improperly with medications can lead to strokes, cerebral hemorrhage, high blood pressure, or nerve damage, serious consequences that many older adults do not anticipate. The good news is that you can safely protect your brain and eye health if you know how to use vitamins properly. First, prioritize nutrients from natural foods. Leafy greens, fruits, seeds, whole grains, fatty fish, nuts, and other seeds. Foods provide vitamins in natural doses, allowing the body to absorb them gradually without the excessive accumulation that high-dose supplements can cause. If supplementation is necessary, consult your doctor, read labels carefully, and calculate total vitamin intake from all sources before use. Also, take vitamins at the appropriate time, such as vitamin D in the morning instead of at night, to reduce the risk of calcium spikes or negative effects on vascular pressure. A practical way to reduce risk is to rely less on supplements and instead build a diet rich in nutrients that protect the brain and eyes. A breakfast high in protein, healthy fats, and antioxidant-rich fruits, along with snacks of seeds, nuts, and vegetables, can provide all the essential vitamins without dangerous accumulation. This approach supports brain health, stable blood pressure, reduced inflammation, and improved blood circulation to the retina, while also boosting daily energy, mood, and mental clarity. Small but mighty, every handful of seeds, every spoonful of fruit, and every antioxidant-rich meal is a quiet yet powerful step to protect your brain and eye health. Each smart choice you make today helps maintain mobility, mental clarity, reduce the risk of stroke and cerebrovascular events, while supporting safe sleep and long-lasting independence. If this video helped you recognize the hidden risks of vitamins, please like it, share it with family or friends over 60, and leave a comment about your supplement habits. Don't forget to subscribe for more science-based tips on protecting your brain and overall health, especially for older adults. Knowledge is power, and now is the time to take action to protect yourself, maintain independence, mental clarity, and safety in the years ahead.